need to be paid up. Let's go straight to it.
Last week on First Base, me and Mr. Marquis had a little bet going. A friendly wager, 5 shots for Vipers versus SSM X-Rated. And we came out on top, victorious. As you can see, he has 5 shots in front of him. So he gonna go ahead and knock those out before we move any forward into the show.
Don't ever use my government again. It's my shot. Alright. Gonna take these shots. The game was bullshit. And P.S. Fuck you, Mia. Alright.
The Mexicans like water. The last one for LJ.
Why LJ?
Because you put your faith in him. That one for bonus. You got this. And that one for LJ.
Oh shit.
All American. It's all American shot. There you have it, folks.
Let's get into a recap of last week.
Alright, we're doing the recaps on the Sunday's game, starting with Shockwave and Finesse. Who wanna take the lead on this one? You know, Shockwave players.
Finesse. They lost 2-1 against the defending champs. That's a statement. But how can you celebrate a loss? You know, anybody. How can you celebrate a loss? That don't make sense to me. You know?
As a new team,
Second
2-1.
But you're talking
First
about
team under Wayne.
the defending champions. That makes zero sense. You know?
Yeah, a loss is a loss.
Yeah, and Fats gave them life. Fats did give him life, and he told him 8-1. What'd you say?
I said like around 8-1, 8-2, but the way I feel is they play teams tough. I thought they was gonna struggle because it's small ball, and this is only their second year in small ball. But they showed you that they can play.
Nah, they definitely got better. Way better than that.
I personally feel like the biggest problem in the game was Smith. He's here to talk about it.
Where they was running this shit
They
down.
was running-
Man, painting the line with his balls. No.
Two girls painted the line. 2 girls that you seen. Who else?
I don't want to talk about it.
Why ain't Los making play? Los, is he overrated?
Well, Los plays on like 3 teams, so he probably was tired.
I'm still excited about that one-hand catch. You ain't pick that up. I mean,
Did y'all win the championship though?
Who pitched that game?
No, did y'all win the championship?
Oh yeah, we lost.
Oh.
But Finesse, they got an excellent triangle. Rod on the mound. My man Ellis charging.
Shout out to Rod, the oldest young player in the league.
BMW.
At least at first, she was sharp.
And my man Dad at back catcher. They got a young triangle, man.
And they got some young in the outfield too. He was.
How you catch?
I got it.
That was Jerome.
Yeah,
Well, that was
Oh,
Jerome.
Jerome.
He was.
Yeah.
He saved them.
I want to go on the record to say that I was one of the first people that told them that Finesse had a talented team. They just
What?
badly
You
coached.
hear this once. Finesse gonna finish top 5. And then keep in mind, you got Shockwaves, Rebels, SSM, Vipers, Urban Legends.
It should be
one of them-
Shockwave, SSM, Rebels.
No particular order, he just saying.
So one of them gonna drop below.
Point blank,
Finesse.
I mean, I feel Finesse, they need to stay at a high level. Because sometimes when they play the sorry teams, they might play at their
They
level.
down to their competition.
But when they play against good teams, they give them
Like y'all
competition.
did when y'all played against Rutgers.
All right, matter of fact, just bringing up Ruckus. We going to game 2. Vipers versus Ruckus. I played in that game. Shut up.
Shout out to the Vipers in their new uniforms, real orangey.
What's up with that, man? What's up with that?
I don't know nothing about
What happened to the
that.
pink, you know?
I don't know nothing about that. But the Ruckus game, it was a very sloppy game for us on defense. Offense played pretty well. Defense, it was kind of sloppy, but it showed that the weather this year, with us not being able to practice, kind of hurt us, and it hurt a lot of teams out there because a lot of teams were struggling.
So Rutgers was
Dude,
actually no
he
better.
just blamed
The weather. He did.
No weather.
It was hot as
Lack of practice.
shit.
No, lack of practice. I'm talking about just the practice. How many practice have y'all had?
We've had a lot.
No, I'm not talking about the
Who women?
yeah, who women.
Yeah, because that's no more.
Rest in peace, Boo Co-head. But nah, back to this Vipers Ruckus game. I go, Los, go ahead and start it off. We'll start with you. Did you watch it?
No, we
I
been
didn't get
playing.
a chance to watch it, but how did you give up 7 runs as
To
an
Rockets.
elite team? That makes no sense to me.
It was 6 runs.
And what? And what?
I mean, it was
Actually, it was one point where it was tied. Like,
it was 6-6, but then they let Tricky pitch, and then shit got ugly. And we
yeah,
won.
Tricky. Like, shout out to the apple pie, but
That's Rock Hill.
Hey, Tricky, thanks for coming in the game.
And ain't nobody scared.
You gave us the game.
yeah.
Kim, you videotaped and watched the whole game.
Yeah, I didn't see that game. No.
Tricky lost the game.
There you have it. He must have been off.
Tricky lost the game. He was the pitcher, and he was walking people.
No, Ant
I heard that was Ant did it.
Ant was doing a lot of the walk. He had a bad
But
pitching
y'all, they weren't scoring like that when he was.
Who's in?
So wait, what happened to Dale?
game. I think Dale faked the retirement, but he'll be back next week.
It was his birthday.
Yeah, they went to Florida or something.
Who's
Okay.
in?
Oh, he taking out the Florida homes for retirement. Is all that is.
season.
All right, next game we doing Lights Out Urban Legends.
Yes.
That right there was a real close. It was a real close game
Shout
in
out
the
to
beginning.
Tay.
Lights Out was a real close game in the beginning,
It
and
was.
then Lights Out started making little mental mistakes.
The pitcher, they switched pitchers. They put the dude that looked like he about to do the whip when he pitched. Like he go like this when he pitch. But their first pitcher, I don't know, like he was unorthodox. Like I don't even think he knew what he was doing.
Honestly, he didn't. I just think he threw the ball.
He just threw it and came across the plate.
At the person kicking. Like he never had a strike zone.
But y'all couldn't kick it.
The game was close.
He was walking everybody.
I got all,
No, but
I got all
I'm
y'all points in like the 4th, 5th inning.
When the dude that do the whip pitch started pitching.
Shout out to Urban Legends for the best uniform this year. I gave that to y'all.
Yeah.
But I did miss that game, man. So.
Hey man, y'all gotta cut that fucking spandex shit
That was
out.
a good game. It was 2-4
Yeah,
games.
Wink and KP with
With that
the
spandex shit.
dragons.
You cut that shit out.
Say back.
Alright, bam. Next game. 9-2. Finesse whooping the schoolyard bully's ass. We're gonna continue on that one. Cause nobody watched that game.
But they lost the Shockwaves 2-1.
Trash bowl.
Stop.
Alright.
Stop it like a father.
Okay, then alright, next game. Shockwave versus Lights Out. I ain't get a chance to watch that one.
We was in
I
the,
didn't see
we
that
was in the
either.
bleeds. We was over in the cut.
How did that game go?
I mean, what was the score?
7-3.
Put a lights
Y'all
out.
gave up more runs than the Urban Legend.
Lights Out, they didn't look. They look original to me, man.
Wow,
Are they
yo.
missing any key pieces?
Oh, yeah,
You know?
yeah. Oh, they
What
had
happened
two
to their
Sundays.
pitcher? What happened to Ron Quick, man? Where he was at?
I heard he was out. He had to miss these 2 games. So he probably had baseball.
And who was the back catcher?
Ron Gilmore.
No, Corey.
No, it
Correll.
was Ron Gilmore when they played against the U.
Yeah,
and
against the U, but-
he didn't even know bases wasn't loaded.
Oh, he
and
messed
Oh
up.
yeah, it was somebody at second and third.
Second and third,
And
man.
dropped the bunt right in front of home plate.
And he
He
just
grabbed the
grabbed
ball
it
and touched
and
home plate and was like out. They was like, no, it was
That's a nominee for Donkey of the
Donkey
Day.
of the damn
Donkey.
day.
dumbass player today.
I just wanted him to sub himself out. He's the coach.
And he's the coach and he made that play.
Who do you turn to? When it's
Hey,
you.
I know this is a JV game, but shout out to the money team, 15-8.
Bruh.
But we'll move on.
Bruh.
Bruh.
They need love too.
Yeah. All right, next
I think
game.
you skip one.
Who? Which one I missed?
J. Crew and
Oh,
Rival
Yeah,
Rock.
yeah.
The
But
score of the game didn't indicate the importance.
But shout out to the shirts though.
It was
Yeah,
all
yeah.
about Malik, man. Rest in peace, Malik.
It was 16-2.
Definitely.
Rest in peace to Radical Rock. Let's hope they don't come back.
Oh, they played them. I thought it was schoolyard bullies.
Nah.
They should merge.
Hey, but listen, one shout out to the craziest. One shout out to the craziest, funniest coach of them all, Pierre.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
He birthed me, man. That's
I'm
why.
gonna be honest with you. I had to ask a couple of them, how does he do it? How did you continue to get people to come out and play for you?
Because he produced
And
talent
all
and
your
they leave.
teams suck. Like,
No, I got it. He produces the talent, they leave, and he just takes credit.
Yeah, because Rose was on RBS and they were horrible.
First of all, you made playoffs second season. Don't do that.
But y'all were horrible. Yeah.
It kind of like the whole time.
Non-factors.
You did.
Okay, alright. Next,
Rebels.
the final game of the night.
No. You
Um,
got the Rebels and Savage Shop.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rebels and Savage Shop.
Ooh, that was a good game.
The game I watched, Rebels just couldn't kick the goddamn ball.
Shout out Chris for that.
Between Said and G,
No, it was Pooh. Like Pooh was the Rebels. Nobody else showed up.
What I've never seen in
I'm
my
talking about defense.
few years of kickball is DJ not get on base.
Yeah.
I didn't see him on base at all, and
He
if
fouled
doesn't
out.
get on, it kind of kills the morale of their lineup.
Well, you know what, DJ, I think he's a little rusty, man. He hasn't played no tournament ball all this year.
But it's not tournament ball.
Right, but it's kickball, period.
I'm not.
No repetitions means no work whatsoever.
But if you a champ, like if you a good player, like
I mean, it was a
Button, you can lose Button real quick. You gotta practice that Button.
Indeed.
Well, Savage Shop looked like they were week
No, they
4
got-
already,
We lost.
and the Rebels were week 1. So that was the main difference for me.
Alright, but shout out to Said,
Say
G.
it is
Said
no.
G.
Say it is like that. Like say it is like that.
I just,
Like,
hey, say it. Comment under this. I just got one question. Like, why do your hats never match any of the uniforms? Like, a lot of people want to know what we're talking about during the game. It's like you got 19 hats. You just go by obviously non-uniform colors.
All right.
They don't say
Quick question: Who hats are better, him or LJ?
LJ, you know
no,
what?
LJ tucks his uniform in his shorts.
You know, it's
So
a lot
does
about
Ronnie.
LJ's hat you can talk about, and
It's polo.
they're all like tennis hats. Like, I don't know if he.
Let's talk about LJ real quick. Why every time somebody come up to kick, say they mess up, this Bama gotta come up. You gotta like that's too much.
He like the
micromanagement.
Mike Chef.
It's motivation.
It's not motivation. It's too much.
He's passionate about the game, but we're going on to the next.
So you,
Alright.
oh, that's because it was your thing.
Speaking of Vipers,
Alright, last game of the day. I think it might have been the best game. SSM versus Vipers. Final score 2-1. They won off the final kick.
It wasn't a final.
Don't just
Not the final. 2 outs.
You had one play.
walk off.
Vipers, ladies, they killed
out
it.
game.
Sorry to say, ladies, y'all gotta step y'all game up,
I don't
man.
have any ladies.
Y'all crucial to the Vipers team. Y'all males holding it down. Y'all step up and make it work.
What girls y'all got?
Huh?
Tell me what girls in our team are like good.
Sam, Patrice.
Sam's back is broke. Next. Patrice. what?
Sam, shout out to Sam. Sam,
Shout out to Sam's back.
Man, hey,
Hey, Sam.
Hey, don't.
She
don't
plays
do
on my
that.
team, and I know her back is jacked.
Weakness, we got it.
But pretty much.
No, but the thing about what that was not about that. Okay.
But I mean, it was. At the end of the day, it was a real good game. Everybody, pretty much, if y'all stayed there, they probably watched it. Los, we'll start with you. What was your? How you feel about the game?
I'm gonna say something very controversial right now. SSM X-rated does not have an offense. They cannot put up points. I'm trying to tell you. That's their weakness. I'm gonna say it right now. What do y'all agree on that?
I agree.
You agree?
I honestly don't agree. I think they play two teams with tough defenses, and sometimes defense is better than offense because
they say bonus. Oh,
well, the bonus should be playing with Ruckus as well.
No, it
he
should
kept
be on
him
JV.
to 2 points.
Who he pitched for?
He kept SSM to 2
Mhm.
points.
Oh, he pitched that game?
He pitched the whole
He pitched
game.
the whole game.
Oh, shit.
He just he
With his drinks.
I take that back.
he just had.
Savage Shop don't have no offense.
Alright.
And there you have it.
Oh man.
With that game, I think what hurt Savage Shark.
Did you get him?
Yes, I did.
Did you score?
Shout out.
No, I got stuck at third with 1 out, but
Who kicked out when you were on third?
huh?
Yeah, you stuck in third with no outs.
No, it was 1 out when I was stuck at third.
Who kicked out?
Shout out to Don Trill, man, for stepping up big that game.
He ran
Yeah.
out of
Yeah.
explosion this week.
Did man?
Good time.
And Dontrell was doing his thing because he was the second. He was the second kicker.
Hey, if he
What?
If he played for
Second kicker.
Rockets,
First game, he was like the third in the second. He was doing his thing. Dontrell was doing his thing.
He couldn't have been third.
He runs like 3 miles an hour, but he gets on
well,
base.
guess what? He will be an all-star with Rockets. Shout out to
Go ahead, Kim.
you already said everything. Savage Shock, to me, left all their game in the Rebels game. Like, they played up to the Rebels but played down to Vipers, because there's no way the score should have been that close when Vipers almost lost to Ruckus.
But that was just a warm-up game.
I don't care.
I disagree to that.
I want to point out one thing. Tremaine didn't play in the Savage Shop. What game was that y'all played? The finesse game. He didn't play in that game.
So, next.
He's kind of like a...
Go ahead.
I got a question. I got one
It's
question.
Samir Gunner.
Samir, come back to me. I got you. So, in a big time game with SSMX, who would you put as their starting pitcher? In a close game, 7th inning.
Said.
See? What you got?
That's a toss-up. It's really a toss-up.
I feel like Said has a better chemistry with
I would go with Said only because that's really his team.
That's what I'm saying.
So I feel like he's going to play with his heart in the game on the line.
No, Said, they have better, to me, they play better with Said. It's about chemistry. You can't teach chemistry. And they have that with him.
I agree with that.
And they all love his hat.
Okay, Samir.
I just think, who was it? Tracy Mr. Jonah
Yes.
first.
But he asked about the pitcher though.
No, we not on that.
No, I'd say Said. With the
Okay.
pitcher.
Okay.
G, my man.
Oh, this-
Nah, but it was Tracy. It was too many people around on that catch. When she tried to catch it, y'all should just like yell it out, I got it, or something. And Sam should have made that throw.
Alright, that's going to end the, for the recap. That's going to end the, for the recap. Stand by for next week.
Let's check out the predictions of next week.